Hi, Leo. Welcome to your bonus reading for July 2025. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I like to do monthly readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube and some other fun content on Instagram and TikTok. You guys were one of the top 3 signs that engaged the most with my videos this month. So, huge thank you to you guys, first of all. So we're going to do a bonus reading. We're going to do a love reading and a general reading. So whatever comes up, comes up. But we're going to start with the love reading and then we'll do the general message in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and just get started. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Not every message is going to resonate for every single Leo. Okay, so just take everything with a grain of salt and don't try to force anything if it doesn't feel like your story. Okay? Spiritual team, archetype cards. What messages do you have for the Leo collective regarding their love lives and their person? What messages do you have for the Leo collective regarding their love lives and their person? Let's see what we have here. Okay, so first card is the angel in reverse. So that's going to be the shadow attribute. So again, it came up like this, excuse me. So we're going to read the shadow attribute here at the bottom. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Okay, so this could be somebody that acts a very certain way, maybe not necessarily like in a malicious way or a super deceptive way, but maybe they just hide certain parts of themselves, darker, shadowier parts of themselves. I know shadowier isn't a word, but whatever, more shadow parts of themselves that they don't feel comfortable sharing with the world. And so they put on a mask for the world. But let's see what else. At the bottom of the deck, we have the hero, heroine, and it was upright. That's why I felt like I don't feel like this, I don't get a negative, super negative vibe from this person. I feel like there's things that they just want to, they want the world to perceive them in a certain light. And maybe that's because of shame or guilt that they feel for who they are deep down on the inside. But let me read this heroine card here. It says passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Yeah, I feel like this person wants to be perceived, just perceived a certain way. So again, I don't think that them putting on this like innocent face is again a malicious thing. Like I don't think they're doing it to deceive people intentionally or like get something out of it, or have like ulterior motives that are negative. I just feel like this person has some maybe shame or guilt around the way they feel or things that they've experienced in life or the way they think, like their perspective on the world may be different than the people that they grew up around or work with, whatever the case is. And so they have a hard time expressing that and being open about that. But that may be something you guys are diving deeper into with this person. So let's get into the tarot and see what comes up for you guys. Spiritual team, Black Tarot, what messages do you have for the Leo collective regarding their love lives and their person? I had a couple cards fall out here. Yeah, we have Mother of Knives and Father of Knives. Very interesting. Okay, so let me pull the rest of these cards. Hold on one second. Okay. These cards are very jumpy, and my cards are never jumpy like this. So this is very interesting. Okay, so with the Mother of Knives and Father of Knives, we also have the 9 of Baskets. We have the 7 of Coins reversed and the 9 of Wands reversed. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the 8 of Baskets reversed. Daughter of Knives, Daughter of Baskets. Okay. I feel like if you are in a newer relationship with this person and you're still getting to know this person, there are definitely some things that like there are going to be some things that are going to come to light or you are going to notice about this person. Ultimately there needs to be a conversation because I feel like you guys, and take what resonates, this could be you and the other person is noticing this about you. But what I get is someone in this connection is trying to hide some things, but obviously when you're in a relationship with someone, those hidden things are going to be more obvious. If you spend a ton of time with somebody, you can't hide those things from people, especially if you're getting ready to like move in with somebody or take things to a next level. So you guys could be in the girlfriend boyfriend stage, you guys could be in the girlfriend girlfriend, boyfriend boyfriend, or if you're non-binary, married, maybe it's just partner partner situation. But there's no higher level of commitment of marriage that I'm necessarily feeling yet. But I feel like you and this person are on the same page, because I feel like that's what you want based off this mother of knives and father of knives. You guys are thinking about taking things to the next level. Some of you are thinking, okay, well, next step for us would be to move in or meet the family, whatever. Again, take what resonates. But I also feel like this other person has dreams of even going further than that and really committing and taking things all the way to not just moving in and, whatever, but getting engaged, getting married, starting a family. Like, this person wants it all with you. Nine of Baskets. This person wants everything with you, and you feel the same way. Um, they are almost a dream come true. It's like almost everything you could have ever wanted, and I think they feel the same way. But I feel like there are some hangups. There are some things coming up very soon for you guys that you're either going to be noticing or someone's going to be noticing, and that is going to have to be a conversation between the two of you. And I think this is also a really good opportunity for you guys to dive a little bit deeper into one's emotional state, or even like fears, guilt, shame, whatever, and releasing those things and understanding that this is actually more normal than this person thinks that's trying to hide it. I hope that makes sense. But ultimately, it's also kind of hindering your growth a little bit with this person trying to hide this part of themselves, because as soon as they open up to you or you open up to them, it's like that's when the next step can happen. That's when you can say, okay, I see you for who you are. I don't have any hangups about that, or we can work through that. It's not a deal breaker, and let's work through that. Not a huge deal. What that thing is could be different for all of you. So I don't want to get too in depth into that, because it could be other things. It could be a multitude of things, right? Um, so let me just see what else. But I do feel like there's going to be a moment here with this Tower card. There's going to be a moment where things kind of just come tumbling out of the closet, cat's out of the bag kind of a thing. So someone could stumble upon this person at a certain event or thing that they just did not want you to see them at, or in a certain place doing certain things, or they have a hidden room in their house. I don't know. That's a very extreme example, but like maybe they have like a sex dungeon, okay? Something like that. Like, and it's just finally saying, okay, I can't hide this anymore. Now it's here on the table. Let's talk about it. Is this a deal breaker? Is it not? Is this something that you can see yourself moving forward with or living with? Blah, blah, blah. Again, I don't get that it is a huge deal breaker. I get that this is just an opportunity for you guys to work through it together as a team, because having the mother of knives and the father of knives come out together means that you guys are on the same page, you have the same goals in mind, and maybe you guys even see the world very similarly. So I don't think that this is a deal breaker. I think this is something that could end up being maybe something that brings you guys together even stronger in ways. Whether that thing is eliminated from the situation or remains in the connection is, again, completely up to you guys. Everyone is going to be different. Every situation is going to be different. But that is ultimately the baseline of what I'm getting here. So how that plays out is really going to be up to you guys and everyone's personalities involved. That's what I'm getting. So I'm going to go ahead and just close out the love message with an oracle deck and see if we can get some messages from your person. Maybe some things they're thinking or feeling, or maybe some things that you're thinking or feeling. Okay. Spiritual team, hidden oracle deck. What messages do you have for the Leo collective regarding their love lives, regarding their person? What messages do you have for the Leo collective regarding their love lives, their person? Here we go. These decks are slippery today. They don't want me to hold on to them. What do we have? I want you. That is what I'm getting from this. This person chooses you, and you are choosing this person in return. I feel like this is the big one. This is your big one, Leos. I truly feel that for a lot of you that are resonating with this message. This is the big one. So don't let a little hiccup or something that is easily worked through mess it up. And again, take what resonates. It's going to be different for all of you. Okay. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Very interesting. I'm getting a few images here. For some of you, this could be like an emotional thing, like a what's the word I'm looking for? This could be a habit or something that you do that is a self-soothing action or habit or hobby. It may not necessarily be like, it could be detrimental to one's health, possibly physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. It could be something like as simple as smoking cigarettes, right? So maybe you're finding out this person smokes cigarettes and you're like, ooh, deal breaker. I don't like people who smoke cigarettes. It's bad for your health, blah, 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 whatever reason you have for that. But you find out this person is smoking cigarettes, but you find out that this person also has a lot of trauma or whatever as you guys work through removing the cigarettes. And therefore, like, you're recognizing that, okay, this person does this specific thing because it helps distract them from the stress, the anxiety, or the trauma that they have felt in the past. And so that is a way for you guys to kind of understand on a deeper level why they do this thing, and then better assist you in figuring out either how to work through it to eliminate it or integrate it in a more healthy way. And again, cigarettes was just an example. This could be a number of different things. So just keep that in mind. Okay, but that's what I'm getting from that. At the bottom of the deck, we have so many things remind me of you. Very interesting. So many things remind me of you. Yeah, I just feel like this person, maybe this person has not felt this way about another person in a very long time or ever at all. And so I think this is just for me confirmation in knowing that you guys are on the same page. You could be thinking this about them, they could be thinking this about you, but I feel like the way that they're reminded of you throughout their day, all day, every day, and they're like, oh, my person would love this bakery. Like, I want to bring them here. Like, little thoughts like that, I think, is a clue to this person or to you that you want to be with this person for a very long time, if not forever. So that is for me a key sign of like that desire for a higher level of commitment and to take it further, which I absolutely love for you guys. So Leos, that is ultimately what I'm seeing. Please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know if this resonates for you guys or how this resonates for you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and clear the table and get ready for your generic message. So I'll see you guys there. All right, Leos, let's get into your general message now. I'm going to just pull from an oracle deck really quick, like I did for the first love message. Spiritual team, Citadel Oracle. What messages do you have for the Leo Collective? What messages do you have for the Leo Collective? Excuse me. Okay. Oops. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, we have the Scholar, investigation and research. Very interesting. So some of you guys could be educating yourselves or taking like continuing education, or just doing some sort of research. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sleeper, cause and effect and clarity. Okay, and that is in the reverse. I'm going to go ahead and read from the guidebook on these just because this is a new deck for me and I'm not familiar with all of these really cool archetypes. So give me just 1 second to look for these, okay? Okay, so we're going to start with the Scholar. It says, the Scholar is a card of routine and perseverance. Right now, you may find yourself at a dead end with no immediately apparent solution. Take a step back and try approaching the problem from a different angle or asking someone for their opinion. A fresh pair of eyes can work wonders. Okay, I like that. And let's take a look at the Sleeper in reverse. Okay, here we go. Sleeper. Reversed. The Sleeper indicates that you are unwilling to accept the consequences of past actions, whether caused by you or enacted upon you. Remind yourself that these events are in the past and only you are responsible for how you restore balance. Interesting. Okay, so some of you guys could be reaping consequences for past actions. Some of you guys may feel stuck. Mercury retrograde will have things like that happen and take place. So some of you guys could have done something that's coming back to bite you in the butt, or said something, whatever the case is. And now you kind of have to go back to square one. Um, yeah, and really take a look at like who you are and who you want to be, really, and like how do you align those things and how do you make those corrections. Some of you guys may be talking to someone in your, I don't know, your network. That could be at work, that could be family, that could be a trusted friend for some advice, feedback, and be like, hey, how can I do better? Or do you see me doing this often? Whatever the case is, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into the tarot. Spiritual Team Black Tarot, what messages do you have for the Leo Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Leo Collective at this time? We got another jumper. Okay, 3 of baskets. Interesting. Okay, so this could be related to like friend groups for you guys. Let's see here. I'm really struggling picking up my cards. Okay, so we have 3 of baskets. We have 8 of knives reversed. Okay. 5 of wands reversed. The sun in reverse. And the 3 of knives. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have the magician in reverse. We have the 7 of wands reversed. Father of knives reversed. Temperance in reverse. And mother of wands in reverse. Lots of things in reverse. I feel like for some of you guys, there may have been like a falling out with friends or a group of people with this 3 of baskets, 8 of knives, and 5 of wands in reverse. I feel like this is the aftermath of an argument or something happening, that, or you are coming to your friends or a group of people for solid advice and feedback on how to do better, like what I said earlier. But the 5 of wands in reverse, I feel like that is letting your guard down enough to like stop fighting, either like a verbal altercation with somebody, or I don't know, I don't get physical fights, but for a lot of you this is just verbal arguing. And I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to recognize like your part in this situation. Does that make sense? Um, and I feel like a lot of you guys have kind of isolated yourselves because you recognize that like there's some things that you need to dig deep into with the sun card and the 3 of knives in reverse here. Someone may have said something to like hurt your feelings, or someone may have said something that um surprised you in a way of like, I didn't realize that people thought of me like this, or thought like I'm this kind of person, and that kind of took you aback, I think. So I feel like a lot of you guys are seeking clarity, in solitude, but also with trusted people that you know have your best interests at heart. Okay, I don't know if the person you had an argument with is part of this group, but I do feel like there is a group of people that you trust and respect enough to go to and be like, hey, am I fucking up? Did I fuck up? And they'll be like, well, you know, you could have done it a little differently. Or, yeah, we've noticed that you tend to do that, blah, 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 whatever. And I think it's like a bit of a softer delivery in terms of how you can better yourself in situations like this, or relationships or connections like this, if that makes sense. Okay. What else? What else am I seeing here? I have a lot of manipulation at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know if this is you manipulating somebody, or somebody manipulating you, or a situation that's being manipulative. But I feel like, I mean, to have all these cards reversed, it just feels like there was some sort of imbalance in a connection, in a situation. And I think it just kind of set someone ablaze, which is weird because I don't have any cards that necessarily show that other than the 5 of wands in reverse. But what's also interesting for a lot of you guys is some of you guys may be, some of you, take what resonates, some of you guys may be the type of person to back down from conflict, so you avoid conflict at all costs, which I think allows people to walk all over you like a doormat. And so I feel like there's frustration in that. And I think there is growth to be had in that if that is something that you resonate with, because I'm also seeing the sun in reverse, the Mother of Wands in reverse, which I usually associate with fire signs and definitely Leos. You guys are the sun, you are ruled by the sun in astrology. So to have the sun in the reverse, it's like you are not standing on business. It was the first phrase I heard. But not only are you not standing on business, you guys are not standing up for yourselves. You guys are dimming your light, which for Leos, I, I've had the pleasure of knowing plenty of Leo women, and you guys are not the type to dim your light. So if some of you are, that goes against literally everything a Leo is. Woof. Okay, somebody either did some real damage to you or like I don't know, you guys must be in a funk or something. But I just feel like maybe you have either given your power away in a situation or given your power to someone else in a situation, and it's become highly imbalanced, and I feel like you are feeling the effects of that now, and you are recognizing that you need to do more to stand up for yourself and reverse the situation. um okay, or you may have recently left a situation that felt like that and you are learning to heal from that. Yeah, this is interesting because I get three different things for a couple different groups of Leos. So again, take what resonates. I know that is kind of a confusing one because I went off on three different tangents, but just again, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But for a lot of you, I feel like you guys are spending a lot of time. Some of you guys could be getting into psychology. Some of you guys could be getting into classes for like self esteem. For some of you, maybe this is self defense. I don't know why that popped up right now. Again, I didn't necessarily get physical violence, but for some of you, this is a possibly like a domestic violence situation. So maybe you guys are learning about protecting yourselves. Maybe you guys are learning about things related to, I don't know if you went through a divorce, maybe you're looking at restraining orders or other types of legal things that can help protect you in a situation a little bit more. um Whatever the case is, I feel like you guys are working through getting out of this like I don't have any say or any power in the situation, for those of you that feel like you are in that type of situation. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading with a couple of oracle decks. So let's take a look and see what comes up. Spiritual team, messages from your animal spirit guides. What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? All right, what do we have? What do we have? Come on. What do we got? Peacock, let yourself stand out and be noticed, which is a very Leo thing. I feel like every time I see this card, I think of Leos because you guys love to be seen. You're not afraid of being seen like some other people are. Like, some of you guys need to get that confidence back. Some of you guys need to get that confidence back. You know what I'm saying? Pick yourself up. What else? We have Roadrunner. Keep your sense of humor and don't take things too seriously. Gosh, that is so true, isn't it? Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Polar Bear. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. What did I say? I feel like you guys had trouble standing up for yourselves. Big time. And that's for some of you, not all of you. Okay? So take what resonates, but yeah, that's pretty accurate. All right, one final deck and then we will be done. Spiritual team, Green Witch Oracle. What final messages do you have for the Leo collective? What final messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? All right, here we go. Carrot clarity. Okay, so getting clarity on the situation, definitely getting clarity on either the part you played in the situation or just more clarity on how you can improve or do better next time a situation like this takes place. Okay. Yeah, and then getting Emotional clarity too is what I heard, because I feel like some of you guys' emotions are really muddled right now. You feel confused, you feel unsure of like how things played out, whether they played out the way that they needed to be. So getting clarity of your emotions and a clear head. What else? We have attraction from Pansy. Okay, gorge. And again, this is giving very Leo for me. Um, just finding that finding that inner joy, and finding that sense of not pride per se, but like just finding your shine again. Honestly, it's I feel like you guys have dimmed your light so much. Like, spirit is repeatedly bringing that to my attention. You guys need to find your shine and put yourselves back out there, like not in terms of like dating or anything, but just like being that bitch. Okay. What else? We have fennel strength. Mm-hmm. So finding the strength to move forward, finding the strength to continue to just go about your life without letting yourself feel smothered or scarred by the situation. And finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have P, communication. And I feel like this ties in with the strength card too, because your group of friends or family can also be your source of strength. And so, keeping in constant contact with people as you're going through a hard time like this can be really important in terms of like rebuilding your confidence, rebuilding your strength. And we all just need that support. We need that support sometimes. So, definitely dive into that support system for yourself, and don't let yourselves get lost in the isolation. All right, Leos, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and maybe share this with another Leo if you feel like they would resonate with it. If you guys want to see more content from me, I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. You can find that information on my handles below in the description box. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I hope you stay safe, healthy, and blessed, and I do hope to see you at the next reading. Bye.